Now, now, after anybody who is contesting for governorship from Anambra South is Onabayala, is trying to disrupt the zoning system in Anambra. Some of them want to come to lie to us. How can anybody with brain, you think you are talking to fools? You come to people and say, I will do only one term. Anybody, any politician who said that must be sent to a psychiatric home. Because the person must have some mental problem. When the Constitution allows you to stay up to 8 years, you come and tell us, I'm going to spend one term. Tell us where it has ever happened. Who? On a column, Nkwane Kwewai. Bo. Nkwane Kwewai. Bo. Nga watching, go to Yaba. Go watching, go to Yaba. If I can, anybody who is saying I'm going to do one term needs a psychiatric examination, because you are taking everybody else to be foolish, to be a fool. Anambra, we have advanced. There are calibers and categories of people that Anambra has since gone much higher. We're not going to go back.
All right. How do you describe the governor's words? That's, of course, the unmistakable voice of Chukwuma Soludo, former governor of Anambra State. I think he said more. Let me just. He said more.
Street urchins.
Hey, hold on.
We have advanced to be a fool. Anambra, we have advanced. There are calibers and categories of people that Anambra has since gone much higher. We're not going to go back. Street urchins. Anambra has no place for street urchins. Anambra has no place for street urchins. Even those of them whose secondary school certificate are questionable. Those without school cert, they have no school cert. I tell you. Anyway, that's for another day, not today.
He says this for another day. All right. So this is quite controversial, and I don't know if any paper is carrying it today, but I think some papers are carrying it, because whilst Chukwuma Soludo may, in his defense, say he was talking about the Anambra governorship election. Some are taking it to mean that he's directing this missile at former governor of the state, who is now more interested in the presidency. He's not at the level of governorship anymore. Peter Obi, who himself, His Excellency Peter Gregory, went to Twitter, X, on his own page, and still had to explain, to Nigerians why he's saying he'll do 4 years. Now, of course, Soludo made, in his defense, he didn't mention anybody's name. He didn't mention anybody's name. He was talking about the governorship election. But this is what Peter Gregory said. My one-term 4-year vow is sacrosanct. One of the greatest American presidents, Abraham Lincoln, served only 4 years, yet his legacy endures as a model of principled leadership. Another iconic figure, John F. Kennedy, did not even complete a full term, yet his vision and ideals continue to inspire generations. In Africa, Nelson Mandela, revered globally as a symbol of justice and reconciliation, chose to serve only one term as president of South Africa. Despite immense public pressure to stay longer, his decision was a deliberate act of leadership, a statement that power must serve the people, not the self. Indeed, he says, history shows that the longer many African leaders remain in power, the more likely they are to be corrupted by it. Longevity. Is it longevity? Someone say longevity. Is it longevity or longevity? In office is not a mark of success. Rather, it's a purposeful accountable service, however brief, that defines true statesmanship. So all that it says, it is within this context. It's a thesis statement. It is within this context that I reiterate my vow. I will serve only one term of 4 years if elected president. And that vow is sacrosanct. It's here, written in black and white. However, Chukwuma Charles Oludo says we are not fools. That you want to tell me that you be elected in a... But he wasn't talking, he didn't mention any name. Anyway, that's the controversy of the day. But we have more. What do you think of what Charles Oludo said? More from the papers. Front page of today's Daily Trust. Rumpus over 712 million or billion naira Lagos Airport renovation contract. Rumpus over 712 billion naira Lagos Airport renovation contract. Says from subsidy savings. All of you call and say, where is the money they are saving from subsidy? I think it's Chris who always asks, where is the money they are, and then Uzoma, I think, or someone, where is the money they are taking from subsidy? You see, I'm here. And this is it. 712 billion naira to renovate Lagos Airport. Yeah, Murtala Mohammed International. 712 billion. From what I hear, the minister, who has not picked my call for some years now, says, why will people be coming to Nigeria and then they have to take visa because they have to move from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2 or from Terminal A to Terminal B. Instead of just moving within a hub that you don't need visa. Is it 712 billion or 71 billion? Someone should help me. Okay, maybe 712 billion, but the budget of aviation ministry is 71 billion. So some people are not happy. ADC, like I said, they're saying that it's outrageous that they should suspend that plan. PDP is saying, so PDP is saying, all right. So Hadi Sirika came with Air Nigeria. That was actually Air Ethiopia, and this one is Amazon 712 billion. It's something that will kill him, man. Something must kill him. But anyway, but you have to listen to Kehamo and the reasons he's given. Like he said, why should people be, transiting through Nigeria? They need Nigerian passport. Okay. Now, this is what we hear from, where is this? ADC stakeholders. All right. The recent approval of 712 billion naira for the rehabilitation, upgrade and modernization of the old terminal. Don't forget, the federal government, I think they took a Chinese loan or something, but the Chinese CCECC or one of those companies them did the new terminal, which the new minister came, even though where they built the new terminal, the airlines don't like it because of how they have to park. They finished building and discovered it's not favorable for airlines, the aircrafts, and how they have to park. That's after they don't complete and finish. Hey, anyway, they didn't want to leave because of that to the new terminal. Who don't like better thing, but they didn't want to leave because of the architectural default or defect. It's what actually is. So the minister came and said, Alele, typical faces came now. Oh yeah, everybody move to the new terminal. Then of course, I think at some point there was a fire. And that fire came and they had to close the old terminal down. And they went to the new terminal. I said, Papa, if you're saying Gida, you're on your own. Now you talk. Well, now we are hearing that the new terminal, the one that the federal government, more probably through a loan, built, is not enough. The old one, which some sections have been renovated by, was it a bank? I think it was a bank. They did some nice terminal, something there. Now we want to spend 712 billion. So this is what the paper says, Daily Trust. The recent approval of 712 billion with a B naira for the upgrade or rehabilitation upgrade. That sounds familiar. Yeah, say they renovated Port Harcourt, Warri, and Kaduna refineries. Anyway, for the rehabilitation, upgrade, and modernization of the old terminal of the Murtala Mohammed Airport, Lagos, is generating a rumpus, with aviation analysts and experts raising questions on it. I think should be Anyway, it says stakeholders, including the opposition, are querying the timing of the project, the cost, and the source of funding, with some describing it as, quote, a wasteful venture. The project for the reconstruction of the old terminal of the Lagos Airport has been in the offing since the time of the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari. The 712 billion naira approved for the airport's renovation project by the Federal Executive Council last Thursday was not captured in the 2025 budget of the Aviation Ministry, which is just 71.1 billion naira. That's the entire ministry of the budget of the ministry. Now, this implies that the approved cost of the contract is more than 10 times the budget of the entire Ministry of Aviation for 2025. The government had said the project would be funded entirely through the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund. Is this Renewed Hope? Is it government money? Is it president's money? Is it AP? Because Renewed Hope is a political slogan. You have to call it spade. It's a political slogan. That's the president's campaign mantra. It's a partisan slogan. So is it from the APC? When I hear Renewed Hope, my mind goes to APC and President Tinubu, not Nigeria's federal government. So what is Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund? Probably some money that they've... But anyway, they said it will be funded over 22 months. So is it government money or what? Please, if you know, help me out. Anyway, maybe it's some sort of sovereign trust fund or some sort of, I don't know. Renewed Hope Infrastructure Fund. Well, Festus Keyamo says it's subsidy savings. Says in the early days of his administration, but it doesn't matter what they call it, as long as it's going to benefit Nigeria. In the early days of his administration, President Bola Tinubu had moved the Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund, which was created under the administration of late former President Buhari. He didn't call it Say Baba Development Fund. He didn't call it Say Buhari Development Fund. It's Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund. So it says in the early days of his administration, President Bola Tinubu had moved the Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund, which was created under the administration of late former President Buhari. That late is so strange. From the Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority to the presidency, and renamed it Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund. Okay, wait. Let me understand. The piece of paper says, in the early days of his administration, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had moved the Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund, which was created under the administration of late former President Buhari, took it from the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority to the presidency. Okay, so now that money is that fund is under the presidency. And then they gave it a new name, Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund. And from there, that is the 712.3 billion that will be spent on the Lagos Airport. Well, African Democratic Congress, a party that has accommodated a lot of the campees recently, and seems to be the most vocal opposition voice. PDP, like I said, is silent. They allege that it was troubling. This is what the paper is saying, not me. That this, quote, this massive expenditure approved by the Federal Executive Council on July 31, 2025, has not received any backing from the National Assembly and is not in any of the approved budget. When contacted yesterday about the position of the Senate over what the opposition party alleged was extra budgetary funding of the airport's terminal, a terminal renovation project, spokesman of the upper legislative chamber, Yemi Adarmodu, the one who's been really busy with Natasha lately, Natasha's matter, said he will make consultation. Why won't you make consultation? And get back to Daily Trust, but he never did, as further calls to his mobile telephone line went unanswered. How will he answer it? When I need to consult, you have to understand. Daily Trust, you have to understand. Anyway, here's another one. The chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Aviation Technology, Abdullah Idris Gabra, could not be reached on his mobile telephone line, while a WhatsApp message sent to him was also was also not replied to. What do you expect? They may make noise, though. They may even call for a hearing. Then after maybe 1 or 2 hearings, you think will die a natural death. All right, what do you think? It's your money now. Do you need a new terminal? Please tell me, because it's needs based that money should be spent on. Needs based. Do you need a new terminal for Murtala Mohammed International Airport? You tell me. Because Terminal 2 was commissioned 3 years ago, and the paper says it. Repairs coming 3 years after Terminal 2 commissioning. Buhari renovated National Theatre, Lagos. Under Buhari, let me say. Without a dime of federal government money. As far as I know. Because I think it's a bankers committee. You've had a bank also donate. Is it a bank or a mobile network? They renovated one of those terminals in the old building. Place looks fantastic. Not government money. The customs lady, I think, applied to them or something, and immigration, sorry. And they did it for them. State of the art in the old terminal. All right? I haven't used that terminal in a while. I mean, economy has not been too easy for media men. That's the truth. All right. Anyway, Daily Trust is not letting go. From another one, he said from 14 billion to 712 billion. This is what they say. It will be recalled that after the commissioning of the new terminal, that's the Terminal 2, the one the Chinese built, that new one, by former Minister Hadi Sirika, the former minister had ordered the demolition of some buildings around the airport to give room for the expansion of the apron of the new terminal, because they had some issues there. You remember he had one project called Aeropolis or something like that. Some of the buildings demolished. Don't forget there was I think they had a fight, AIB, where the old headquarters of the former Accident Investigation Bureau, now Nigeria Safety Investigation Bureau, and they had a fight. They refused to leave. They said they were not leaving. It was a back and forth. Dominion Hangar, Evergreen Apple Nigeria, Carverton, ExecuJet Hangars, Office Complex of the Nigerian Airspace Management Authority, the Federal Road Safety Corps, and the towing companies close to the AIB were affected. Now, says Sirika had on May 19, listen very closely, this is Daily Trust, 2019, disclosed that the contract for the massive rehabilitation of Terminal 1 of the Lagos Airport awarded to Julius Berger. No, not Berger, it's Berger. Sorry. Berger. Some people say Berger. Maybe Berger. Berger. Would cost the government 14 billion naira. This was 2019. At the time, the Terminal 1 had recorded a series of fire incidents. I remember the former vice president also saw a rat there. Yemi Oshibajo saw a rat one time. The former minister had explained that the 14 billion naira was being set aside for the comprehensive reconstruction and expansion of the international wing of the airport after the expected tear down. Okay, so this 14 billion was 39 million US dollars at 360 naira to the dollar under Buhari. Hey, Jesus, I'm remembering good times. Good old days. Hey, 360 naira to $1. Oh, Buhari. Oh. It says $39 million was that 14 billion. Now, yeah, it says the approved 712 billion naira recently approved is equivalent to 445 million US dollars at a rate of 1,600 naira to that. No, not what Daily was saying, nothing you could tell us. So the naira has fallen. They have done the maths for us here. All right, another part of the paper says airport rehabilitation. Contract sum huge. Ploy to fund 2027 election as they want to use the money for election. It takes a thief to catch a thief now. So if they are saying it, you must listen. The stakeholders who spoke to the Daily Trust yesterday alleged that the 712 billion naira Lagos Airport Terminal 1 renovation project was a wasteful venture. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm just going to leave that out. Horiwa is also demanding the project suspension, saying it's wasteful. Aviation professionals say the project is a waste employed to fund 2027 election. Aero contractor CEO says amount allocated fair. We're using savings from subsidy removal, naira devaluation, Kayamo. Okay, and have something on the history of Chapter 1. Daily Trust has done a good job. Good job focusing on that. All right. Now, page 6 has something also important. Misguided governor of Niger State. Misguided because he seems to not know his bounds or boundary as far as the law of this country is concerned. Decided one day, woke up, decided that he is going to somehow, through some figment of his imagination, ban a radio station in Niger State, which he doesn't have the power to. That's why I'm saying all these things. And the paper says IPENGE. In fact, they want to demolish the building. IPINGE are the slam Niger governor over order on radio station. So many people were dying of hunger and starvation and were protesting. There was some sort of tragedy in Niger State. He went to Mecca. Anyway, let's take our first call. 99.3. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kofi.
Yeah, please go.
Yeah, this Friday from Igwelere. Kofi, thank God, if I'm not a young man, I'm not too old, I can still remember Mandela after his first tenure, how people beg it in South Africa, the war beg it, but he turned it down. You say that he was, either the people of Southeast like it or not, they are not united. Obi at this moment is the most popular politician in the Southeast because he came out to make a statement. Look at the way Soludo was mocking him. See, Soludo was directly accusing Obi. All his statement was directed at Obi. So for me, the earlier the Southeast leader come together, the better for them. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for your time. All right, the station in Emina that the governor's is deceiving himself that he's revoking their license is called Badegi Radio, and rightly the Minister of Information has come out to educate the governor, in case he doesn't know, that only the NBC can revoke a radio station's license. Okay. As a state governor. 99.3. It's not working. Please call back. Hello.
Good morning. Good morning, Kofi.
Yes, please go on.
How are you today?
Please go on. Go on, straight up.
Yes, see, my name is Perry. I think Soludo is... I respected that man before, but unfortunately, it's really a disappointment. And it's ruining his own political future. You know, it's unfortunate. And concerning the airport renovations, if their problem is to renovate airports, that amount, 700 and whatever billions, can build a couple of airports, for crying out loud. Why are these guys brazenly stealing our monies? Why? It's unfortunate. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much for your time. I didn't say they're stealing anybody's money. Now you talking about.
Hey, Kofi again.
That's really what the papers are.
Uzoma again. Friday, please.
One call per listener per show. I beg, let's allow this talk.
Hello, Kofi. Good morning.
Yeah, NDBC, welcome. Your first time today?
No, sir?
Your first time today?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Okay,
for
welcome.
over 3 days now. I never call you. Yes, my brother. Good morning. Yes, my brother. It's turn by turn, my brother. That's 700 and something billion bringing down to Lagos. Yes, Baba want to do his place home. Because when he retire, you come back to his place, which is Lagos. Yes, because when Buhari was there, he was sending money to Niger, sending motor to them. Because when he retire, also go back to Niger. So Baba is waiting the ground. So when he's coming back, they welcome him very well. So man, I want to pray that let it be my own brother turn too. If the Baba will finish, I beg, make you find way give Obi. Make Obi self do the Niger for me. Make support for me. Because I see it is turn back. When you are there, remember your people. So I'm not against him.
4 years.
Yes, if only 4 years can do that for me. He can.
So make them give and make Southeast to chop. Regular of us chop, they chop by chop. Okay. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, who do we have on the line,
please? This is Emma from Mexico.
Okay, Ma.
Yes. In fact, if you listen, I don't know what Obi did to Soludo. I really don't know, because everybody knows when he says anything. He didn't start today. He started when Obi was campaigning last time for the presidency. He started that time, and Obi was answering him like a gentleman. Obi has been fair to all the people who criticize him. He has never insulted anybody. I don't know why they're after this man. I don't know. And for this airport issue, that money can construct 2 airports in this country. Why are we like this? These people are just...
Is it world-class international hubs?
Yeah? All this money is for 2027. Nothing else. This is what you should know.
In your opinion?
It's for 2027. Right. They should stop this. The people are hungry. They're not talking of how to alleviate the suffering of the people. They are talking of how to embezzle money. The ones these people are embezzle. How far?
Okay, you say they want to embezzle it, but they are saying it's for the airport. In fact, front page of today's The Nation. Federal government, 712 billion naira upgrade will turn MMIA, Murtala Mohammed International Airport, into world-class. World-class. So what do you see maybe in JFK, in Heathrow, in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, they have their AC comes from the ground with perfume. That's what you see here, world-class. That's what I understand as world-class. Okay? Don't you like it? 99.3.
Good morning, Kofi Bartels.
Welcome.
This is Pastor Ladipo.
All right.
Calling from my take this morning is this. At least, Nigeria government is very funny. Mandela, did he not do 1 term? Did he not do 1 term?
He did.
So why are they trying to castigate this man? And I discovered something. Why is it that Soludo and the rest of them, they keep attacking this guy? Why? They should sit down and ask themselves some questions. And then for the airport renovation, it's good. I think it will bring international recognition. But when the people land and see those who are living inside the international recognized airport in abject poverty, it will look like a white sepulcher. That outside is beautiful, but inside is full of caca.
Thank you. And word to the wise, it says in the north. Anyway, the Dubai airport that I talked about, Al Maktoum International Airport, that's one of the best airports in the world. They spent $32 billion US. This Kayamo money now is not even up to 1 billion. It's about 400 something million US. They spent 32 billion. It welcomes 200 million passengers every year. In Saudi Arabia, have you heard of King Salman International Airport? That one, they spent 30 billion. I think they're still constructing parts of that one. Mexico City, their new international airport, they spent 13.3 billion. In China, in Beijing International Airport, they spent 20 billion. In fact, the new renovation they did there to expand that airport, Terminal 3, cost them $3.8 billion. What are we talking about?
Never compromise on quality. Nestle Pure Life Premium Drinking Water. Hydration you can trust.
Stay updated with all the current news. From policies to politics, economy. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.